no police, no 911. Proud women shall be humbled in these last days. I want to give all the honor, glory, and praises to YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI, by Hashem, QADASH. Double honors to my elders at Great Millstone who rule well. Single honors to the elect. Peace and blessings to the 1/3 and to the confusion of faces in the four corners of the earth. Shalom. Article from Axios, Seattle. Stretched thin cops failing to take reports from grape victims. Got to be careful with YouTube guidelines. Now, we live in a society where women say they're equal to men. We live in a society where women believe that they can fight a full-grown adult male, right? We have it to where women can say that they don't need a man, they can do it without a man, when this entire society has been set up by man. Now, before I go into a realm where women will try to say, oh, you being misogynistic and chauvinistic, well, God is. Set up the man and create the woman to be a servant unto the man. Because what does a man bring to a woman? A man will be a provider, a protector, a prophet, and a priest. I'm speaking to the men of the Lord on that part. And while he's giving her provisions and resources, he's supposed to have absolute access to her body. To what? Procreate and have a family, right? Women don't want that these days. They want to have hot girl summers, you know. They want to string along men, get all the money they can from them, all the resources. Then when they finally get to the wall or hit the wall or post wall, then they want to settle down. But see, men have caught on because of social media. So you women have really made it to the point where men don't even want to deal with you, right? I go to the gym with a couple guys from my job now. They kind of persuaded me now. And I don't even notice women looking at me till one of the guys at my job told me the other day. Like, yeah, man, you seen the one woman? And she had an IG. She was an IG model body woman. I wasn't really thinking about it. I was too busy focusing on teaching them how to do certain techniques. He was like, yeah, when she got done with her set, she was looking at you. And then she kind of looked over at me. When she saw me looking at her, looking at you, she turned her head and went back to her set. But see, in them last days, new women going to be chasing out the men of the Lord. Yeah, you in there getting your body tight, toned up. She was voluptuous, I will not lie. But at the end of the day, you're going to become a prey woman. See, you can stand, I can't lie, y'all. She was surrounded by at least 10 men on the pulley rack while she's stretching out. She's toning up her glutes and her hamstrings and, you know, looking rather ravishing, I should say. And that day, do you think that woman going to be displaying herself in that manner? Around 10 men, when you can't dial 911, when cars are burned up, people are screaming, you're hearing gunshots, all right? Rubbish, people rummaging through garbage cans and babies crying, and it's just going to be a complete dystopia? You think the women going to want to be wearing those yoga pants like they be wearing in them gyms in that day? No. But what I'm saying is all this is leading up into how you have it right now where we're supposed to be in a civilized society. Right? And you have it to where the police in Seattle, they're failing to take in calls of grape victims. Now, I've done enough waffling with my mother-in-law. Let's get to the article. Stretched thin cops failing to take reports from grape victims. I will leave the link of this article in the description box. Seattle police are failing to take grape and other sexual assault reports in a timely way, or sometimes even at all. From victims seeking treatment from Harborview Medical Center, King County's top sexual assault prosecutor told Axios Wednesday. What they're saying? Quote, sometimes an officer won't take a report for hours, and often they won't come out to take a report at all. They may only take a report over the phone, unquote, said Senior Deputy Prosecutor Ben Santos, chair of the Special Assault Unit for the King County Prosecuting Attorney's Office. Now, so that what I'm saying is getting to the point. Remember, they wanted to have the police reform. That means that you had a lot of officers leaving the forces voluntarily. Now you have a lot of, and now you can see how the Edomites in America and Babylon the Great can see how their own government misleads them and pretty much leaving you out to dry. They're like, hell, why the hell would I want to serve this country? They're not as patriotic as they were before, right? But in addition, this is not about that. This is about you proud women in these modern times. You will become the booty that you want to display, right? See, they will call the woman's assets, the prefix of the word assets, right? And like, oh man, damn, look at that culo. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that booty. Well, that's what the word booty comes from, spoils. When you think about a pirate ship raiding another ship, they will take what's called the booty, which is what? The alcohol, the treasures, whatever resources they had at that moment. And guess what? The women. Because even if you think about ancient times, whenever a village would be raided by another village, what would they do with the men? They would kill the men, even their sons, but they would save some if they were younger. They would kill the men, and they would take the women as concubines, and their young daughters as maids. So, Zechariah 14:2. For I will gather all nations against Jerusalem to battle. Jerusalem is you so-called Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, you Israelites. And the city shall be taken, and the houses rifled. You hear that? And the women ravished. Ravished mean they're going to be raped, right? That's why I like movies like The Great Gatsby. You see a fine damsel walking down the staircase, and she's wearing a lovely flamboyant dress, and you would like to walk up to the woman and say, you look rather ravishing tonight. Technically that's a compliment, but then to be ravished without consent, I don't think that's too complimentary. So going back, continuing, and half of the city shall go forth into captivity, and the residue of the people shall not be cut off from the city. The point I wanted you to listen to is the house is going to be rifled and the women ravished. So all you, I don't need no man, go grab the bad hot girl summer. All you women, you quote unquote bad, you know what I mean, right? Bad tritches. Put a beater, take the R off, right? You're going to be for display. You're going to be a toy. You're going to get sold as goods, right? What's the oldest occupation on earth, people? Prostitution. So all you Instagram models that you were luring all these simps in, making thousands, tens of thousands of dollars a month on OnlyFans, and you're like 5'5", 135 pounds. You got your high heels, you got your head high. You know you're tinkling and mincing when you're walking with the high heels on, and you got this brawly man walking by. Hey, how you doing? Sorry, I'm busy. Yeah, no, they ain't gotta ask you how you doing in that day. You're gonna get snatched up. A lot of women are gonna be in the fetal position, crying, boo-hoo, crying. Ask, can you help me? Can you help me? Do you really think these modern men, they gonna really help you women? And when I say you women, I'm talking to them proud women who don't believe in fearing YAHAWASHI. And if you do fear YAHAWASHI, you better humble yourself even more. You women need to understand, the Lord said, He said, my voice is to the sons of men. I call on you. Can somebody please show me a verse where He said He called on a woman to gather the lost sheep of the house of Israel? He called on a woman to preach and to teach. He called a woman to be a part of the apostleship. He told you what the woman's purpose was, to be a servant unto her man. And Adam is supposed to give her the commandments, the laws, the statutes, to be obedient. Right? Well, ladies, with women's lib and feminism, Here you are. Open world. RPG. No hedge. No hedge at all. Isaiah 32:2. And a man shall be as a hiding place from the wind. What is that wind? Nuclear destruction. And a covert from the tempest. A cover from what? A very strong storm. As rivers of water in a dry place. As if you are thirsty and you can hear the water, you can smell the water, and it's a raging river. Right? That's what we are to you thirsty women. As the shadow of a great rock in a weary land. So you're tired. The sun is beaming on you. You just see this great rock in this desolate wilderness, and you take you a nap behind it. Cools you off. That's us. That's the men of the Lord. And if you had one and you lost them, you better get on your knees and pray to the Lord that He send them back. Because a lot of you women, man, you really have been Americanized. Even if you're in this truth, you still have been Americanized. Because even if you talk back, you can wash the man's clothes, you can rub his feet, you can wash his beard, you can cook his meals and everything. But the moment you talk back, all that's null and void, really. I mean, what happened when Miriam spoke back? The Lord turned her to an Edomite, and I'm sorry, He took her pigment away. And Moses and his brother Aaron cried to the Lord, saying, "Let her not be as one half dead." That was just from her speaking. What happened when King David's wife saw him out there dancing amongst the people to the Lord though, and his garment came up and his rod of correction was showing. She said, "You out here like one of them silly men." King David was like, "Listen, if I want to be a fool for Yahawah, I'll be a fool for Yahawah. But how about this? Take your ass to the dungeon." Locked her up down in the dungeon, and he never gave her a child. In ancient times, it's a shame for a woman not to have kids. Now, they praise single parents, single parent mothers with multiple children by multiple men. But guess what? That woman had no children, and Miriam was turned to a leper, all because they spoke. And you women today think that y'all not gonna be judged for what you say to men. Men. Man. Deprived of wisdom. Isaiah 32:11. Tremble ye women that are at ease. Y'all got it too easy, man. Be troubled, ye careless ones. Strip you and make you bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loins. Why are you supposed to put sackcloth on? We're in a time of mourning. Brother YARAMYAH GABAR, beautiful. We're in a time of mourning. Right? What the hell you got to be sassy about? I mean, people. The Seattle police they're not even going out for grape calls. Like, y'all need to wake up. Think about what times we're in and what times are approaching. Hell, we need to humble ourselves, period. But this is directly at you women, because there are more women on this earth than men. They're like 10 of you to us. We have more chances, more choices. You don't. A lot of women gonna be out here on that Klingon production. No Klingon seduction. No. Isaiah 4:1. And in that day 7 women shall take hold of one man. Take hold. They're gonna try and grasp on. 7 just means whatever amount of women that are there. Saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. Your reproach. A man to take away your reproach. Let's sink in. A man to take on your reproach. What does it mean to take a man's last name? It means to marry him, right? What commemorates marriage in the Bible? Sex. But hell, I ain't your first, so come on, either way, humble yourself. Right? I remember I was walking up to Family Dollar, and this northern woman was walking out with her daughter, and all of a sudden you just heard alarms going off at Family Dollar. Wee, wee, wee. And I seen 2 young cats run out the back door. And she froze up. Her daughter froze up. And I'm looking, I'm like, and she was like, Mom, what's going on? I was like, I said some kids just ran out the back door and the emergency door went off. And they were just standing there. They was still, they didn't want to move. I'm like, come on, I'll walk you to your car. And they just started moving and hustling. She was like, oh, thank you so much. Even they're getting in the car. Oh, thank you, just thank you. I don't even know these women. They don't even know me. But as soon as they sense danger, what's the first thing that brought comfort in them? A man that they didn't even know. So imagine these last days when a woman's going to want a man to protect them when that man could be luring her into a trap. Man, y'all ain't listening, man. Y'all ain't trying to listen. Y'all ain't trying to listen. You better watch, what is it? The Book of Eli. When Denzel Washington character was walking, and when that lady was handcuffed, he was like, you want to know one thing about not taking a shower or someone being out here? You can smell such and such from miles away. But what happened when that woman was handcuffed or claiming to be handcuffed or tied up to that basket, and that young girl was following Denzel Washington, and that lady saw her? The lady was like, no, go. Why? Because she knew if they get your ass, you gonna turn up like me. Man, y'all ain't listening. Y'all ain't listening. But I wanna say these last precepts for the brothers out there who do believe, and to you sisters who do believe. Matthew 24:40. Hey, don't get it twisted. We do live in Sodom, spiritually Sodom, right? Oh, you don't think grown ass men out here ain't gonna be getting raped by men that been got up out of the pen, or men on the down low? I'm telling you, it's gonna be. You hear grown men out here screeching like women. But nonetheless, though, Matthew 24:40-42. Then shall two be in the field, the one shall be taken and the other left. It's talking about the men. How do I know? Verse 41. Two women shall be grinding at the mill, the one shall be taken and the other left. Oh, some women gonna make it. Some women are going to make it. And that's what I pray for. I pray for you to, salute. Nonetheless, verse 42. Watch therefore, for ye know not what hour your Lord doth come. So with that being said, I pray you was edified and fed. Stay in the spirit. Don't fear it. Just endure it. Ask for forgiveness. Pray without ceasing. Stay humble. And remain diligent. YAHAWAH. Shalom.